Broadcast live.
So what is that one joint, in your time doing your video, what's it's called again?
Young Legend Music.
Young Legend Music. What is that like time when like you kind of go, someone hears something and goes, yo, I want to jump on this, or you go to somebody and you go, I think this is gonna work, and that shit really does work, and it's your work mostly, or at least your contribution that drives it. What's that one place where things like just went and you said, okay, I've learned a lot. Let me just start developing my thing.
You know, when I left fifth season, I was starting to feel like my time is now and I need to make a move. So in fifth season, as much as everything was being done the way it needed to be done, for me, signing to fifth season was supposed to be my go time, because I had just come from doing the Run Josie hook, right?
Yeah.
When I did the Run Josie hook, it was a year, like the year before I started working as a senior editor at Studio Space. And literally at the time that I got that job, I was already like flat broke, staying in K1 with Questa, and so I would travel from there to Midrand, and then Keenan called me.
You guys took this far.
Yeah.
You and Questa. Yeah.
So Keenan called me one day, said, yo, that's the next single we're dropping is Run Josie. Literally like that day, I put the phone down. I thought to myself, my biggest fear is for any other rapper to come here and maybe listen to my song on radio on the way here and then be like talking about me downstairs in the studio, and they're like, no, it's the nigga that's upstairs editing your videos. Ooh, Yanga, he's upstairs. I'm me slaving away, So that was my biggest fear. So when I got that call, I literally put the phone down. I went into Alessio's office and I said, Pa, thank you so much for the opportunity. You really saved me over the last 6 months. I don't know what I would have been doing or which position I'd be in right now, but thank you for this solid piece of ground that I have. And unfortunately, I gotta be out, And Alessio's like, nah, what are you gonna do now? I'm doing music. Don't worry, we're gonna build a studio in here. You can edit, then go to the studio after hours. I said, nah, I can't do that, I can't do that. So I literally quit that day. That was like because I'd already been making music. Like when I would leave the office Studio Space, I'd go to JR's studio because I had an agreement with JR, And I told JR also, and he's also like, nah, bro, wait. This is a bit hasty. What are you gonna do? But now, compared to the last time when I played you my songs, and you were like, yeah. Now I had the belief to say, bro, it doesn't matter what happens, And at that time, I had already been through the most. I'd been on everybody's couch,
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter what happens, bro. I'm gonna drop this. When Run Josie drops, that joint out here we've been meaning to drop, now it's time to drop it. Yo, Mahog, let's get together the video. Let's do this, let's do that, let's do this, do that. So that started the conversation with fifth season, that whole little run.
Yeah.
And then I went to fifth season. Now I'm expecting to be able to sit back now and let the team work, When am I shooting the video? Let me show up. When am I doing this? Okay, interview where? And it didn't happen like that, I realized, oh shit, it's because I'm not the guy that's bringing in the cheese to the company.
Yeah.
Like I need to work extra hard by myself and do my own thing. And I was willing to do that, but I didn't want to do that under someone else's label.
Yeah.
So that's how I ended up leaving fifth season. And then I started Young Legend Music, and I had a partnership with FTD. Now FTD just took me, skipped all the steps. Now at the top now.
Yeah.
Okay, we're pulling up all the time. Bottles, the life, real rapper shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I don't know how long we can keep this up.
Yeah.
And then came a time when we're like, okay, we've got all these plans, even though we're doing all of this and spending all this money. The plan is that the album drops in June.
Yeah.
And F2D was like, yo, no matter what happens, this thing needs to drop. If we want to keep up this run and this momentum and all the things that we've been doing, these albums need to drop in June. Came June, bruh. I was like, nah, my album's not ready, you know. And they're like, nah, if the album doesn't come out, we can't continue. I was like, all right, cool. So
FTD, is that Les on his own or with the other people?
it's the label.
Okay.
It's Les and another dude that he was working with. I don't know if they're still together now. So, I mean, that was like dope. The whole setup was dope. It's just that I was literally the wrong person for that type of rollout, you know,
did
because
the shit, you disappeared.
Yeah, no, because like I've seen how careers start. I see how they fizzle away. You know, if you just run from start to finish, you're gonna have nowhere to go. You know, it's important to enjoy every single 10 meters.
Yeah,
and run it differently. Kokumoya, drink some water.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
So I wanted to enjoy that before I get to a point where I'm actually dropping like an album. Hence why the album I'm still like. Every chance I get, let's just push it back. Let's throw in another project, you know? Because I mean, the industry right now, if you drop a couple hot singles, you're not gonna starve, right? So it means that I'll still have a budget to build the end goal, which is the album for me.
Yeah.
You know?
So basically, from F to D, you literally don't drop, and then everything stops there.
So F to D, I realized, okay, this thing is coming to an end. See how much money I got in the bank? Cool. I can make an EP quick. I gotta make it now because I know what's coming. It's gonna be a dip because I mean I'm coming from everything paid for to having to pay for everything myself. So I'm gonna take this little I have, put out an EP, and then build on something that's already out as a project, you know. So yeah, that was Neighborhood Genius.
Okay. I
Literally
remember
made it
that
in
was
like
the Steve Jobs
2 weeks. Yeah.
cover.
Yeah.
And then now you are doing deals with the majors.
So the deal with Sony comes. So I at the summers last year, Nota drags me because.
So one of the other things that you missed also, which I think I saw you from there, that's Yanga, was Sorry Make.
Yeah.
That was before Ranchosi or after?
That was after Ranchosi. But
Okay.
same year, because in December I was literally going around performing 2 hooks.
You had a 5-minute
I was
set.
mad. Like, why am I not getting booked, man? Like, you know, guys are hating on these Tosa artists, man. I got 2 of the biggest hooks in the game. Thing is, I didn't have music that was out. Like, so I'd perform
and a lot
like,
of kids, a lot of
didn't
people
know.
think that, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people think that.
So I was performing songs people didn't know and just do these 2 songs. Now the problem was that if you're a promoter and you can book AKA or KO or Yanga, like Run Josie vibes, you're gonna book at least the guy with the verse, right?
Yeah. and other songs.
You know, and a whole catalog and albums, you know? So that ruled me out. And then Sorry Make is like, okay, you can book Kid X, El Tito, Mugs.
Yeah.
You know, who you gonna book? You know, you're not gonna book the guy with the hook.
Yeah.
So I was kind of pissed back then. I was upset, but you know, I figured out why. You know.
So Sony, you tell me about Sony.
Yeah. So Sony, I was at the Summers last year. Yeah. With Nota, he dragged me. I was like, already like I'd stopped like really rapping because I used to make music every day, and then I'd stop. I was like once a month, and I was trying to think like, okay, what else is it that I want to do besides music? Like I was really down about the whole music thing. And so he dragged me out of the crib, took me to Sun City. I ran into like Sony execs and whatever. So we're talking and they're like, yeah, you know, Neighborhood Genius, yeah, Tricky, what else you working on? When's the album? No, we must meet, you know? Now I'm like, okay, maybe I'm back, you know? 2 weeks later, I actually have the meeting, I play the songs, and it's like, you know? Yeah, and I'm like, I don't want to work with anybody that feels like this about my music.
Yeah.
You know, so I leave that and I decide, okay, you know what? Maybe my approach is flawed because I'm making music that I think people want to hear. And I'm catering for everyone. So I'm a Libra, right? So I understand, even if I'm fighting with you, I understand your point of view.
Yeah.
So I always try to, you know, I never...
It's never,
so I'm just always, you know.
I understand your point of view.
So now my
chill,
so now my music is also kind of like that, where you have like a bit of Zulu here, you know. Xhosa, if you're Xhosa, you'll pick it up. But if you're Zulu, you'll think I whole thing is Zulu.
You know.
English, you know, for the kids in the club, you know, it's a bit of everything, you know. Not to say that it's bad, it just doesn't sit anywhere, you know. So I decided, you know what, if I'm gonna, because now I'm coming back now from my early retirement, and I'm like, dude, if I am gonna make music, I am going to make some shit that I like.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna try my best to make sure that it's music that only I like. Yabo? Then I wanna see like how people are gonna accommodate me for it, you know? So then I made uTatakho, and I decided this is the last hoorah. The year is coming to an end. Deciding to drop it on October. I think I made it in September. Decided to drop it in October. And hey man.
That's that.
You know, shit ain't never been the same, bro.
That's amazing.
And then Sony called me, said, you didn't play us the song. You need to come in and sit down. Where's the song? I said, dude, in the meeting, I had the song. I was about to play the song. I said, yeah, so I've got this trap thing. And you niggas said, nah, radio's only playing A-Reese, Nasty C, MT for trap. If you ain't those niggas, you ain't gonna be on radio.
Yeah.
They didn't want to hear the song.
Yeah.
I said, fine, cool. Drop the joint, independent, fully, like Africorey or something like that. The song was amazing. I had bookings, you know. I went on tour with Knack Music in December, you know. Everyone, uTatakho. I said, you see, onto something.
Yeah.
And then met up with Sony the next year. Decided to do a licensing distribution deal, and then I think a week after I signed, the song went #1 on Metro. So then I was like completely vindicated, 100%, because even Nota, my closest ally, told me this song is too expensive for you to sell. It's never gonna work. Drop La Vie, or you know, something that's just quick fire radio, masses, you know, household name vibes. I said, yeah, but you know, uTatakho means a lot to me, bro. You know, and it's the type of song where it represents how I felt at the time I was angry, you know. So I needed a song that's like in your face, that says, that wants you to ask yourself, like, who is this guy? You know, because then if you ask me that, I got answers, bro. Like, I got a lot of answers. You know?
Yo, your anger's calm, man. I could never even uTatakho's a fucking cool song. I don't pick up the anger in that song, you know what I mean?
When I'm calm, it's like when I'm doing like melodies and stuff. So if I'm just doing a rap joint, it's like I'm saying something. But I'm not like screaming. Like, in a nice way. Like Jenga-chan, like Tetis.
Tetis. Yeah. I mean, you know, you did sorry Make, and like, you know, I was always like, you kind of giving your style to people at the time. Like, I was like, you're giving your style to people and you won't have enough for yourself. That's what I used to say about your shit all the time.
That's what everybody said.
I said, you're giving your shit away, you know? But you know, when I listen to Jumpers, I'm like, okay, you know, I hear that's uniquely you. You know what I mean? That's uniquely you. You rap it, you sing it, you're cocky, you know, you like, it's just like, you know what I mean? It's not like I'm not saying it's like your biggest song. But when I listen to it, I'm like, if I heard that for the first time, I want to know, and I name Euros, I'd want to know who that is. Do you know what I mean?
Like, who's this guy?
Jumpers does that for me, you know? And when you kind of throw back to like old school joints, you know, I was joking to you the other time saying, you know, even when we were working, we'd always be like, Tati Scoop. I like, always wanted to give this to somebody.
It could have been yours, but you said, nah, that's cool, it's cool.
No, I was doing Landela. I was doing Landela, you know. I was setting the bar, so when y'all start doing this shit, people are like, alright, this is it. You know what I mean? You know? Shit. You know, and that's amazing. You know, I feel that like we've never had real conversations from. I've always been your OG. You know, we've never had, similar to Questa. you've also kind of had that respect to me that you wouldn't tell me everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I want you to see by what I do.
And you also want me to see the good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but I think one thing I'm learning and I'm seeing, from you guys is that like, and I think you got it right now, you're a slow burner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the only time you literally like start burning is if you do it with your own rules.
Yeah.
You know, the only time you start burning is if like you are patient to let your own rules work.
Yeah.
Because life is just saying to you, your rules are the only rules that are gonna work for you.
Yeah.
And when you try to do everything with everyone else's rules, you will you'll be short-sighted, because it's almost like you said, I never knew you're rapping. You said, oh, I'd rather learn here. You kind of move from us. You've been learning from different people. You've been literally taking a lot of shit from different people on different levels and different generations. And that alone for me just goes, you've been taking in, and when it's time for you to take out, you're taking in with all the knowledge. You know, when I heard that you got a label deal, I was like, oh, Yanga got a label deal? And I'll say this to you, I'm like, what does Yanga know about running a label anyway? I'm being 100, right? But now that you're saying what you're saying, like, shit, it's no one else, you literally have learned from, the foundation of the game.
The best in the business.
You know what I mean? So when we were speaking about like this conversation, because I was literally telling Smacks, I was showing him Smacks the video, This is like, yo, fuck this nigga, you know this nigga. He used another one of his friends, he said, yahlupha le outline, yahlupha ne, Smacks. Yahlupha le outline ne. Mara ka fana incasa. Iyahlupha incasa, yazi. Izozwakala, uzoyiletha, izwakala, izokhuluma incasa. You know what I mean? So I'm happy to see how far you guys have gone, man. It's really like I don't think I've had Quest here for Balcony, but I'm always thinking that people gonna think that there's a bias, but like it really means a lot, to see how far you guys have gone and like for you to understand yourselves, most importantly, that like you could have literally tried to be like Questa. Or why am I not getting what Quest is getting?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could have been like that, Nota could have been like, I also want to pursue that rap shit also and be like, but he's like trying to be an executive, but he's still trying to act like he's a crazy rapper at the same time. You know what I mean? Y'all.
He's still writing songs.
Because
like, I wrote this album.
Yeah, because he thinks he's super tall. You know what I mean? So it's like you guys found yourselves, and what Smacks was saying to me was like, man, let's focus on Quest, and then focus on Tito. One focus on Tito. But Tito had a whole show with Jamil. That's one who said Jamil. I'm like, I don't remember. But he used to say Jamil, but he had a whole show with Jamil. I was like, I'm legit.
Yeah. That's also kind of crazy though, because I think you guys are like 20 what? 26, 7?
That
is wild, dog, because 23, 24, you guys were doing like corporate gigs, like, because I remember when Smacks like dropped his last album, because everything that dropped in the office, me and Nota felt like it was our responsibility to make sure it pops.
Exactly, and that's what Smacks said.
So, so we would literally, after hours, just always like, okay, how are we gonna make it pop? Because we just wanted to leave it in a place where we could just one day decide, all right, now guys, we're done. Yeah. It's our turn to drop, and just drop on the backbone of
whatever's
all the success. Yeah. But then we were like, but Smacks is in the office like 9 to 5, and only when he's dropping an album for those 3 months does he stay behind and rap. Yabo? And we said, Smacks, you are what you do the most. Whatever you do the most, that's what you are, dog. You're an executive.
Smacks, literally, I was rapping all the time.
You were rapping
making
all the time.
songs,
You were like,
Smacks literally was like, when it's time for album, He's there.
album mode, yo.
Yeah.
After hours, I've called so and so and so and so. There's Slikour, there's there's what. I need a song like this. Let's get it. This it. Alright, cool.
Yeah.
Next song.
Yeah.
We'd make like 10 songs for the album and we'd be done with the album. No way, dog. I said, Snacks, these kids, these AKAs, these kids that you guys aren't watching, they're rapping every day, dog.
Yeah.
Every day, dog. They're making new songs. They're going somewhere else, performing there, doing this and that. Right, fine, Like, oh no, man.
Oh shit.
So yeah, man.
Broadcast live